Heat race number 1, coming down to the white line, 2 by 2 and nose to tail. Ryan Roberts bringing them down, green flag. Roberts gets a good start, jumps out to the lead. John Egan moves up into the second spot now. Natalie Sather running in the third position. R.J. Johnson holding on to fourth. Mike Hausman Jr. rounding out your top 5 cars. A three-way battle for the 6th spot. Rick Ideas have it. Here comes Josh Higday. R.J. Johnson now on the move. He'll go to the inside of Natalie Sather and take the 3rd spot away in turn 2. R.J. Johnson on the move now up into the 3rd spot, but Sather not done yet. She'll go to the inside, side by side in turn 4. Your battle now in the 3rd spot. R.J. Johnson has it. Natalie Sather wants it. She'll look low going into turn 1. Slide back to the top side. Meanwhile, in the 5th spot now, Rick Ideas takes the car number 5 to 5th. Off turn 4, here comes your leader, Ryan Roberts. Ryan Roberts leads down the back straightaway. John Egan running second, R.J. Johnson running in the 3rd spot. Natalie Sather running 4th, Rick Ideas rounds out your top 5. Then Josh Higday running in the 6th spot, Mike Hausman Jr. running 7th. Brad Foster running in the 8th spot, and Clint Hunt in the 9th and final position. 4 down, 3 to go as your leader works through the high side at turns 3 and 4. Ryan Roberts in the car number 18 leads the way. 2 to go. John Egan still running second. The DZ car number 4, R.J. Johnson running in the 3rd spot. Natalie Sather holding on to 4th. Rick Ideas running 5th. The only car on the bottom of the racetrack, Josh Higday, as the white flag flies. 1 to go for Ryan Roberts. Ryan Roberts takes it down the back straightaway through turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Looking for a checkered here in heat race number 1. Off turn 4, race fans, your winner, Ryan Roberts. Coming home second will be John Egan, 3rd to R.J. Johnson.
Website with a backyard takeover from Twizzlers. We know the kids here love their Twizzlers. So we'll be doing that here after the heat races. 4 heats for the 360s, I believe 3 for the Wells Fargo 410s here this evening.
And then, of course, 4A features coming up here tonight. Wells Fargo Twin Feature Night. Heat race number 2 for the 360s. In a bunch down the front straightaway. Selvage, your leader. Ricky Montgomery to the high side. Here comes Montgomery looking for the top spot. 2 by 2, he'll dance down the back straightaway. Selvage down low. Montgomery on the high side. Ricky Montgomery, 3rd generation driver from Lakewood, Colorado. He's got the lead at the flag stand. Selvage, though, powers back underneath through turns 1 and 2. Going to try the slide job. He's got the top spot back. Dustin Selvage, last week's A feature winner, looking for a heat race win here this evening. Selvage now comfortably out in front. Montgomery slips back to second. Here comes Jack Potter now. He's looking for the 3rd spot from John Hall. Potter down low, Hall on the high side. Potter has the position for now, but Hall going to try to close the gap as they work down the back straightaway. Meanwhile, Matt Morrow running in the 5th spot. Jesse Giannetto getting some passing points, moving up from 8th to 6th. Here comes Morrow now looking to the inside of John Hall over in 1 and 2. Matt Morrow locks the 2M down low. He takes the 4th spot away. We'll see if he can hold it down the back straightaway. Hall closes the gap again into turns 3 and 4. Giannetto moving up another spot, as is Matt Morrow. Matt Morrow takes the 3rd spot away from Jack Potter. Boy, things are getting interesting in the middle of the backstretch right now. Potter runs 4th. Here comes Giannetto in the D1. G and John Hall trying to get to the top 4 spots. Every position is valuable here in the heat races. That adds to your passing points total. As Giannetto looks to the inside of John Hall. Meanwhile, up front, no doubt about it, Dustin Selvage. He'll come by the flag stand, take the white flag, 1 to go. Selvage down the backstretch, one final time in the number 7 car. Last week's feature winner, showing why here in heat race number 2. Here he comes. Checkered flag is out. Dustin Selvage gets the heat race win.
Truck pulls to the infield this time around, 7 laps the distance. Clint Garner. Clint Garner sitting on the pole here for heat race number 3. Joe Beaver outside of the front row looking for a green flag. Down to the white line in turn 4. Here we go, green flag. Side by side down into turn 1, Clint Garner with the advantage, but here comes Joe Beaver. Joe Beaver up in the junk in turn 2. He'll hold for the second spot as Clint Garner leads him into turn 3. Tom Lenz running third. A battle for the 4th spot now as they work off of turn 4. Tyler Thompson running in the 4th spot, then Greg Baker. Here comes Nate Mosier starting his march toward the front, the car number 22. Meanwhile, down the back straightaway, Clint Garner leads him. Joe Beaver running second, Tom Lenz third. Tyler Thompson running in the 4th spot. Greg Baker rounding out your top 5 in the 11X car. Then Nate Mosier, Alan Zoot, and Rod Richards. Clint Garner up on the high side, and that car number 40 still leads the way. Clint Garner, Joe Beaver, then Tom Lenz, Greg Baker, Tyler Thompson in the 48 car, Nate Mosier, then Alan Zoot, Rod Richards in the car number 12. Four down, 3 to go for your leader, Garner. Clint Garner still the leader down the back straightaway. This time by, the white flag will fly as your leader works off the top side of turn 4, white flag. 1 to go. Final lap for Clint Garner, Joe Beaver, Tom Lenz, Greg Baker, then Nate Mosier, Tyler Thompson, Alan Zoot, and Rod Richards. Checkered flag will wave off at turn 4, this time for your leader Garner, who works off the top side. He will pick up heat race number 3, Clint Garner the winner. Joe Beaver running second, Tom Lenz third, Greg Baker 4th, Nate Mosier, then Tyler Thompson.
September 13th. A big monster truck event here at the Marion County Fairgrounds.
Of course, next week, Marion County Fair starts. We'll be talking more about that throughout the course of the evening. Harris Clash coming up. Jason Brown in the grandstands, but all of that is yet to come. Here now, 4th and final 360 heat race. Dave Hall, he gets the jump. Dave Hall, your leader in the 51. Keep an eye on Larry Pinniger trying to work up from the tail in the 11L. Meanwhile, 2 cars battle for the lead down the back straightaway. Hall, your leader. Matrician running in that 2nd spot. John Carney now runs 3rd. Dave Hall, he'll come down the front stretch. He'll click off lap number 1. Hall, Matrician, Carney. Boy, here comes Brent Mather showing why he's 2nd in the standings. Mather quickly from the tail now up to the top 4 as he battles with Nate Van Haften down the back stretch. Van Haften, though, will try to take that 4th spot back. He's going to do it out of turn number 4. Van Haften moves the number 3 car up to 4th. Mather runs 5th. Larry Pinniger, new car, the 11L, chasing him down the backstretch. Larry just put that car together on Thursday. He's now up to the 6th spot, working on the 3 of Van Haften. But up front, nobody has anything right now for the Hall Competition Enterprises 51 and Dave Hall. Hall stretching it out down the backstretch as Matrician runs 2nd. Carney still 3rd. Brent Mather 4th, Pinniger and Van Haften battle for 5th and 6th down the back straightaway. Laps going by quickly here in this one. Already 4 laps scored, 3 yet remain. Dan Thornburg, Cody Peterson round out the running order. As Dave Hall works through turns 3 and 4 one more time down the front stretch. Matrician still 2nd. Carney trying to close the gap. Brent Mather running 4th, Pinniger 5th. So this time, as Dave Hall comes down the front stretch, he'll look up, see the white flag. That means 1 lap remaining. 1 to go for Dave Hall. Hall, Matrician, Carney, your top 3. We'll see if that remains unchanged here as they work through 3 and 4 the final time. Dave Hall takes the 51 up to the cushion, straightens it out. Down the front stretch, flips up, sees the checkers. Dave Hall wins the 4th and final 360 heat race. We tabulate points here each and every week on Saturday nights, and that builds towards the season end. Knoxville Championship Cup. We have a big banquet at the end of the year. We present lots of prizes and money and trophies, and each night we tabulate points towards that end here at the Knoxville Championship Cup. So Natalie Sather and Larry Pinniger, your front row. Natalie, a very popular driver here at the Knoxville Raceway. Boy, keep an eye on Josh Higday. He's your defending track champion, 5th in points. He needs to be in the top 4 here tonight. Here we go, B feature. Down the front stretch. And look at that, Josh Higday, he's wasting no time as he takes the top spot, but here comes Natalie Sather right around the outside. Natalie takes the top spot back. We'll see what Josh knows when he gets over to turns 3 and 4. He'll keep the 24 car locked down low. Sather leads. He'll bring it down front, lead lap number 1. Higday 2nd. Pinniger running 3rd. Nate Mosier in the 4th spot. But up front, Natalie Sather now. Starting to put a little distance between her and the 24 of Higday. Talked about Dwight Snodgrass. He's won both features here. He owns the number 24 car, Josh Higday. And trouble over in turn at number 4 as the yellow lights flash on. The 00 car, Brad Foster. And the double nothing entry, Larry Weeks owns that 00 car. All right, as we go, the restart will happen at the cone. Natalie Sather brings him off the high side. Josh Higday trying to make something happen over in turns 1 and 2. Oh, Higday tries to run the car right through the middle of the racetrack. Sather, though, with the momentum. Oh, hang on. Trouble down the front stretch. We got him tangled up. The 00 car, Brad Foster, the G74 car of Glenn Hunt. A couple of drivers making their first starts of the 2008 racing season here. And here we go. Green flag. Back out in the B main. Sather to the high side, Larry Pinniger. Getting it hooked up down low. Look at Pinniger quickly from 3rd now, challenging for the lead as they work the backstretch. Larry must have made some adjustments there in the work area as he's now looking for the top spot, but Sather still too strong around the outside. Pinniger, he'll go back to the bottom over in 1 and 2. Top 4 cars transfer on. Right now, Nate Mosier in that 4th and final transfer spot. Natalie Sather still your race leader. Sather leads, Pinniger 2nd, Higday now coming back, he's to the 3rd spot. Mosier comfortably in the 4th and final transfer. 5th place right now, Tyler Thompson, Nate Van Haften, John Hall, Houseman Jr., and Jack Potter. Running in the top 10, oh, hang on, Mike Houseman Jr. loops the Y2. Yellow flag out on the racetrack. Mike Houseman Jr. loops the Y2 car, just got up over the cushion. All right, we get set to go. Speaking of Wells Fargo, North Dakota's Natalie Sather brings him off the 4th turn. Sather continues to lead. Drives away this time from the 11L of Larry Pinniger. Josh Higday running to the bottom of Pinniger. Sather, Pinniger, Higday, Mosier. Right now your top 4 transfer cars. Halfway this time by the X from the flag stand. That means halfway, 5 down, 5 to go. Sather out front. Nate Van Haften getting it going there on the inside over in turns 3 and 4. He's chasing Nate Mosier. Van Haften in the 3 car. Using the low groove. Top 4 cars, everybody running the high side of the racetrack. Van Haften, though, making it work downstairs. Looks again to the inside of Mosier over in turns 3 and 4. Third young drivers battling through turns 3 and 4. Look at this, Nate Van Haften now to the inside of Nate Mosier. Mosier, though, he's having none of that as he drives down to the inside, blocks the bottom groove, and Mosier now going to try to run the bottom. We'll see where he goes when he gets to turn 4. Yes, indeed, he goes back to the bottom to block the 3 car of Nate Van Haften. Sather comfortably out front. Pinnerger running second. Higbee in the third spot. Mosier running fourth. And Van Haften now in the fifth position is John Hall. Slows going into turns 1 and 2. John Hall in the 7H. There she comes. White flag is out. Natalie Sather in the 94 S-Car. Cruises right around the outside in front of the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame, the museum. Sather down the back straightaway. And she'll come one final time off the fourth turn. Work past the 16P and Natalie Sather. She'll start 17th in the first A main. Clint Garner, Ryan Roberts. Two very fast sprint cars on the front row. 12 laps is the distance. Easy for those guys in this one, not so easy in the next one. Here we go. Clint Garner putting the slide job on Roberts. We'll see if it holds. Garner takes the top spot. He'll work it down the back straightaway. Here comes the shocker out of the inside. He takes the second spot. Looking for the lead. Selvage. He's got it. Selvage had the lead at the flag stand. Garner now back around the outside. What a battle for the top spot. Dustin Selvage trying to go back to back. Garner still on the high side. Just 12 laps the distance here. This time by will be lap 2, 10 to go. Roberts running third. Dave Hall fourth. John Carney now battling there with Dave Hall. Slide job, very close. Coming out of turn number 2. Meanwhile, your leaders wheel to wheel into 3 and 4. Great racing at the front of the field. Selvage on the bottom, Garner on the top. Clint Garner's going to get the momentum working this time. He takes the top spot away. Garner leads by the Hall of Fame. Jesse Gianetto now up into the top 5 as he's got the bottom group working in the D1 car. Another guy working the bottom, the 7 of Selvage. Selvage down low. Garner maintains the high side. Clint Garner looking for a feature win here. He's got a feature win in a 360. Oh, hang on. We got a car sideways spinning over in turn number 2. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Out onto the racetrack. On the racetrack, Matt Morrow, Greg Baker, Brett Mather all fighting for the championship. All right, here we go. Back to racing action. Garner leads him off the fourth bend. Selvage keeps the car down low, as does Jesse Gianetto. Gianetto, one of the best in the 360s, on the bottom. He's to the third spot, now goes to the cushion over in 3 and 4. Here comes John Carney as well, big slide job. He'll take the fifth spot. Garner down the backstretch, Selvage running a strong second. Gianetto third, Roberts fourth, and looking to battle now, developing for that fifth spot. Dave Hall looks to the outside of John Carney. Carney through the middle as we're halfway through this one. 6 down, 6 to go. Joe Beaver, John Egan in the mix as well. Clint Garner, though, establishing himself as the race leader. Driving away now from the 7 of Selvage and the D1 of Gianetto. Good racing action, though, through the middle of the field. Matt Morrow, Joe Beaver mixing it up. They chase the 86 of John Carney. Here comes the Bulldog to the inside. Jesse Gianetto to the second spot. We'll see if he can track down the 40 at Garner. Selvage now going to look back to the inside of Gianetto. He'll have none of that as he goes back to the bottom over in 1 and 2. Jesse Gianetto won the 360 Nationals in a race very much like this. Beat him using the low group through 1 and 2. Time by, just 3 circuits remaining for Clint Garner. Garner running the cushion. Gianetto trying to track him down on the bottom. Gianetto looking for a yellow flag here in this one. Close the gap to 40 at Garner. Lap traffic ahead. Not sure if Garner will reach him. Just 2 circuits remaining for the 40 car. Garner, Gianetto, 1-2. Battle shaping up now for the third spot. Selvage running the bottom. Here comes Ryan Roberts now around the top. Ryan Roberts challenging for the third position. Meanwhile, off the fourth turn, white flag, 1 to go for Clint Garner. Garner in lap traffic now, has to keep the car through the middle of the groove. Off turn 2, he works down the backstretch now. Garner in heavy lap traffic, lets the car drift up, and he'll catch the cushion. And here he comes. Put your hands together for the second time in his career. Clint Garner, a 360 A-Main feature winner. Jesse Gianetto home in that second spot. Dustin Selvage third.
Of 2 for Wells Fargo night here at the Twin Features. Clint Garner, I got to ask you one thing. The first few laps, Dustin Selvage on the bottom, you on top. As a fan, I hated to see that yellow coming out.
Yeah, I know he was right there. I could see him every lap. You know, I just was hoping that, you know, he would mess up. I knew he was right there. You know, I seen him the first, 3-4 laps, and I knew, you know, from last week that he was probably going to be one of the cars that I was going to have to race, you know, so. But, you know, I knew the bottom was getting thin, and I was doing a pretty good job on the top, and I've been here enough to know what a good job is now finally. So it was going to be tough to beat that car from the front row, I'll tell you that.
Total invert on the Twins, and it makes the work that much harder, but plenty of racetrack room and plenty of fun.
Yeah, the track is awesome. I couldn't believe it when I came in here tonight for hot laps and rolled it in without getting any mud on the car. I was like, right on, it's going to the fence. You know, I don't know. That was the easy part, what I just did. You know, we'll see what we can do from the back. It's a pretty short race. You know, I wish it was like 20 laps or something then, and maybe we could do it.
Maybe next time we'll have to talk Yappy into that.
Right on.
All right, Clint Garner picking up the first feature with the seating for the 360s. We'll go ahead and put it back upstairs.
So 40, P1, 7, 18, 51, 4. Pete Moser or Rick Montgomery on the front row.
Billy Alley, the last person to double up in 360 competition, did it 5 years ago. Clint Garner do it tonight. Watch the blue 40 cars. We get set to go. Mosier and Montgomery on the front row. They can get awfully thick through the middle of the field as everybody tries to work their way to the front. Montgomery, he's out front. Rookie of the year, the rookie contender this year in the 9M. Here we go. Great racing at the front of the field, 2 and 3 wide. Who's going to lead lap number 1? R.J. Johnson out front. Tampa, Florida's R.J. Johnson out front, leading Ricky Montgomery down the backstretch. Johnson looking very fast here. He takes to the high side. Johnson, your leader. Montgomery second. Mosier third. Tom Lenz runs fourth. Larry Pinniger now into the top 5. Boy, Josh Higday making some moves in the 24 car, working his way to the front as well. Clint Garner mired deep in the field in the 40 car. But up front, look at this kid go, R.J. Johnson. First year racing at the Knoxville Raceway. Car slowing, Jeff Patricia now off the pace, and the Wares Harrison number 10. John Carney, John Egan get acquainted. Little wheel-to-wheel contact in turn number 1. They straighten it out. They head down the backstretch. Johnson, still your leader. Montgomery in motion, running third. Florida leading. Colorado running in the second spot. John Carney now slows in the 86. His event looks to be finished. This time by now, 5 laps in the books, 7 remaining. 7 to go for R.J. Johnson. Johnson a straightaway lead over the 9M of Montgomery and the 22N of Nate Mosier. Mosier now looking to the inside of Montgomery. Your leaders from the first event, Myers deep in the field as Gianetto and Garner continue to battle. Up front, it's a no-doubter thus far for Johnson. Montgomery still running a strong second. Mosier third. Here comes Brett Mather now. He's into the mix. Brett Mather now to the 4th spot. Takes that position away from Larry Pinniger. Pinniger now back to 5th. Tom Lenz running 6th. Greg Baker 7th. Ideas 8th. Higday 9th. And Matt Moore once again running in the 10th spot. But up front, it's all R.J. Johnson. Started outside row number 2. Oh, now gets close to the outside retaining wall. Good battle right now for the 2nd spot as well between Nate Mosier and Ricky Montgomery. Mosier making it work down low. Now Mosier takes that 2nd spot away from Montgomery. Montgomery, he'll go back to work on the cushion, see if he can get the 2nd spot back. Boy, here comes Brett Mather as well, making things interesting. Now there are a lot of laps here at the Knoxville Raceway in the 54 car. Larry Pinniger as well. R.J. Johnson, just a half a season of racing under his belt here at the Knoxville Raceway. And never raced here until opening night 2008. This time by 2 to go, 1 mile for R.J. Johnson. He will put his name into the record books here at the Knoxville Raceway. Johnson comfortably out in front. Mosier still running 2nd. Maybe not for long as Brett Mather now pulls to the outside. White flag, 1 to go for R.J. Johnson. Brett Mather, meanwhile, has made his way to 2nd. Mather to the 2nd spot. Mosier runs 3rd. Down the back stretch through turns 3 and 4, 1 final time. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody up. For the first time in his young career, R.J. Johnson to victory lane at the Knoxville Raceway.
Everybody right out here.
We're going to give you your finish here for the 2nd 360 feature event.
All right, pace truck's in. We get set to go. Tony Lutar brings the field down for 8 laps to the white line. Green flag is out. Here we go. Bronson Nation gets the lead down the back straightaway. Jake Peters running in the 2nd spot. Tony Lutar 3rd. Here comes Skip Jackson. Skip Jackson now up into the 4th spot. Down the front chute, Brandon Wimmer rounds out your top 5. Calvin Landis goes to the inside of Jackson. Now he'll take the 4th spot. Here comes Brandon Wimmer. Wimmer now to the inside of Jackson for the final transfer. He's got it in turn 4. Jackson cuts across the racetrack trying to get the final transfer spot back down the front straightaway. Jackson will take it going to the bottom of turn 1 and 2. Skip Jackson into that final transfer. He's the adopted driver from the Hawk 97.3, tonight's radio station of the night. Jackson brings him off at turn 4 in that car number 2, followed by Brandon Wimmer, then Justin Zimmerman, Randy Anderson, and Travis Rylat. Down the back straightaway, the battle for the 3rd spot now side by side in turn 3. Calvin Landis on the inside, Tony Lutar up on the top. Still wheel to wheel down the front straightaway. Tony Lutar, the car number 4X, goes to the top side in turn 1. Landis drives right through the middle of the racetrack to take the spot away in turn 2. Calvin Landis up into the 3rd spot. Tony Lutar back to 4th, but Bronson Nation still is the leader. Bronson Nation, the car number 96, leads around the top side of turn 2. Jake Peters running 2nd, the 57X. 3rd is Calvin Landis. 4th, Tony Lutar. Skip Jackson rounds out your top 5 cars. Then Brandon Wimmer, Justin Zimmerman, Randy Anderson, and Travis Rylack. This time by, white flag, 1 to go. 1 lap to go for Bronson Nation. Checkered flag here in heat race number 1. Bronson Nation picks up the win. Jake Peters finishing second. Third goes to Calvin Landis.
Top 5 cars locked themselves into the first of 2 feature events here tonight on Wells Fargo Twin Features Night. As we quickly move through the preliminary portion of tonight's program. The Linton Jeffrey on the pole, the number 12 car, Billy Alley outside. Here we go. Linton keeps the car low. Billy Alley on the cushion. He's got the momentum. Now he's got the lead. Billy Alley takes the top spot down the back straightaway. Jeffrey back to second. Hindy running in that third spot. Brooke Tatnell runs to the inside of Justin Henderson as that's the battle for 4th and 5th. Top 5 cars are locked in. Brooke Tatnell making the 11 AU, working on the bottom through turns 1 and 2. He moves up to 4th. Henderson now on the bubble in the D1 car. Henderson running 5th. Henderson, though, looking for an insurance run now as he pulls to the inside of Tatnell, takes the 4th spot away. Henderson slides up to the cushion, blocks the top side. Tatnell now running 5th. Here comes Dusty Zomer trying to get up into those all-important top 5 spots. Do not want to miss the shows here on Twin Features Night. Dusty Zomer pulls to the inside of Brooke Tatnell. Tatnell now cuts back down to the bottom over in turns 1 and 2. And Brooke Tatnell now maintains the 5th spot. Up front, it's all Billy Alley as he rock and rolls down the front straightaway in the 22 car. A big lead back to the 12 of Jeffrey, the 11D of Dion Hindy. Oh, and now trouble over in turns 1 and 2. Hang on, red flag going to come out as Linton Jeffrey losing a wheel on the 12 car, collecting the 11D of Dion Hindy. Something to watch here on our restart. Billy Alley picks up the throttle. Here we go. Top 5 to the A. Everyone else will have to run the consolation event. Meanwhile, Billy Alley reasserting his dominance as he works down the backstretch. He's your leader in the 22 car. Good battle for the second position shaping up. Brooke Tatnell now to second. Henderson third. Dusty Zomer fourth. And Ricky Logan, a big benefactor of the incident over there in turn number 2, is Logan now running in that 5th and final transfer spot. Ryan Anderson and Seth Bramer odd men out right now. They'll be in the B main. So Alley continues to lead. Tatnell second. Henderson third. Boy, Billy Alley showing some speed here in heat race number 2 for the 410s. Driving that car right around the outside of the Knoxville Raceway. He'll come down the front stretch this time. 1 to go for your race leader, Billy Alley. Track champion in the 360s and the 410s. The 2006 track champion here at the Knoxville Raceway. Second in points for 2008, and you can see why. Here he comes down the front stretch one more time. Checkered flag is out. Billy Alley, heat race number 2 winner.
Doug Clark on the flag stand, getting ready to turn him loose. Don Drow Jr. sitting on the pole in the car number 47, bringing the field down to the white line. 8 laps the distance, race fans, here we go. Heat race number 3, looking, green flag. Don Drow puts it up on the high side of the racetrack. Bob Weave running second. Here comes Danny Lasoski. Lasoski now to the 3rd spot. Here comes Brownie. Brian Brown now to the 4th spot. A battle for the 5th position. Up on the high side of the racetrack. Danny Lasoski now moves to 3rd. Danny Lasoski moves to the 3rd spot. Now working on 2nd in turn 2. He's got it. He'll take it away from Bob Weave. Don Drow Jr. leads the high side of turns 3 and 4 at the car number 47. Then Danny Lasoski, Bob Weave running in the 3rd spot. Brian Brown, then Mark Dumbmeyer, Tony Schilling, Heskin, and more. Brian Brown slides by Bob Weave in turn 2. Weave takes a look, not going to get it done. Here comes your leader. Stroud Jr. leads him down the back straightaway. Danny Lasoski running second. Then Brian Brown in the third spot. Bob Weave running fourth. Mark Meyer fifth. Tony Schilling, Davey Heskett, and Mike Moore. Don Stroud Jr. with 4 laps to go. Oh, look out! Turn 2, yellow! Yellow, yellow, yellow. Schilling rises in a transfer spot. Here comes Don Stroud off the bottom of turn 4. Green flag. Danny Lasoski looks to the inside. Your race is for the lead. Don Stroud Jr. putting the whip to her down the back straightaway. He'll take a look at the top side. Now Lasoski charging. He's not going to get it. Don Stroud will lead him off of turn 4. Down the front straightaway, side by side for the lead. Danny Lasoski to the inside. Don Stroud whistling her on the top. Now Lasoski takes the top spot. Danny Lasoski leads him. Don Stroud second. Brian Brown third. Now Davey Heskett. Heskett moves up into the 4th spot. Davey Heskett running for Tony Schilling, then Mark Meyer, Mike Moore, and Bob Weave. Back up front, Danny Lasoski leading. Don Stroud trying to reel him in. Time's running out. White flag, 1 to go. Final time, white flag, 1 to go for Lasoski in turn 2. Brian Brown trying to reel him in. Time's running out for him. Lasoski will lead him down the back straightaway through 3 and 4. Race fan, on your feet, checkered flag. Heat race number 3, Danny Lasoski. Danny Lasoski picks up the win. Don Stroud Jr. finishing second.
Top 5, move on.
All right, Brandon Wimmer, Dion Hindy on the front row, bringing the field around to the white line. Top 5 cars go to the feature. Green flag. Brandon Wimmer goes to the top spot as they go 3 wide for the 3rd position. Dion Hindy running 2nd, Tony Schilling 3rd. Linton Jeffrey in the 4th spot now. Justin Zimmerman rounding out the top 5 as they race through turns 3 and 4. Brandon Wimmer down the front straightaway, the race leader. Oh, trouble for your leader. Trouble on the back chute. Looks like the right rear wheel has broken in half as part of it lays on the middle of the back straightaway.
Tim, will you be here for the Jason Brown concert? Not so sure.
Here we go. Green flag coming out. Here comes Linton Jeffrey now to the inside of Schilling. Down the back straightaway. Linton Jeffrey up into the 2nd spot. Ryan Anderson falls back to 5th. Justin Zimmerman up to 4th. Look at Mike Moore go right to the bottom. Oh, Ryan Anderson spinning in turn 4. Yellow. Doug Clark in position, taking a look at the field as they work through the high side of 3 and 4. Off of turn 4, green flag's out. Here we go, 6 to go. Linton looks to the bottom of turn 2, tries to take the top spot away from Hindy, but it won't work. Down the back straightaway. Dion Hindy leads them. Linton Jeffrey running 2nd. Tony Schilling 3rd. Justin Zimmerman 4th. Travis Ryland running 5th. Now Linton Jeffrey pulls up alongside of your leader, but Dion Hindy very strong off the top side of the racetrack. He'll lead through turn 3. Keep your eye on Linton Jeffrey running in the 2nd spot. Dion Hindy, then Linton Jeffrey, Tony Schilling, Justin Zimmerman, Travis Ryland, Mike Moore, Bob Weave, and Ryan Anderson. Here comes Travis Ryland now on the inside of Justin Zimmerman for the 4th spot. Keep your eye on them side by side through 3 and 4. Zimmerman holds on to the spot. Travis Ryland falls back into the 5th position. Dion Hindy starts to extend his lead now over Linton Jeffrey in the 2nd spot. Tony Schilling, a strong run in the 3rd position. Justin Zimmerman 4th. Travis Ryland running 5th. Bob Weave 6th. Mike Moore 7th. In the 8th spot is Ryan Anderson. White flag, this time by 1 to go. 1 lap to go for your leader. Dion leads them down the back straightaway, looking for a checkered here in the B main. Off the high side of 4. Race fans, give him a big round of applause. Dion Hindi picks up the win. Clinton Jeffrey comes home second. Tony Schilling in the 3rd spot. All right, here we go. Calvin Landis bringing the field down with Justin Henderson on the outside of the front row. Look at Henderson way up on the top of the racetrack off of turn 4, green flag. Big run down into turns 1 and 2 as Henderson leads him down the back chute. Here comes Lasoski. Calvin Landis running 3rd, Brian Brown 4th, Dusty Zomer running in the 5th spot. Now Zomer to the inside of Brian Brown for 4th. Brian Brown and Dusty Zomer back and forth for the 4th spot in turn 2. Brownie has it, Zomer in the 5th spot. Heskin, he'll move to the inside of Jake Peters for 6th. Justin Henderson, the D1 car, your race leader. Danny Lasoski running 2nd. Calvin Landis 3rd, Brian Brown 4th, Dusty Zomer 5th. Davey Heskin running 6th. Oh, Jake Peters loops it in turn 2. Look out! We stay green, race fans. Three wide, back in the pack as Jake Peters tries to get his car underway. Now your race for the lead down the back chute. Danny Lasoski. Danny Lasoski takes the lead in turn 4 from Justin Henderson. Henderson right there in the 2nd spot. Lasoski leads him down the front chute. Henderson not done. He'll drive it right back to the top side in turn 2. Lasoski leads him down the back straightaway. Henderson 2nd, Landis 3rd. Here comes Brian Brown in the 4th spot. Dusty Zomer running in the 5th position. Now Billy Alley comes to life on the bottom of turn 4. He'll go to work on Heskin down the front chute. Side by side in turn 1. Heskin shuts the door on Alley in turn 2. Brian Brown now up into the 3rd spot as Lasoski goes to the bottom of turn 2. Lap cars ahead of your leader down the back straightaway. It's Danny Lasoski working traffic in the top spot. Justin Henderson running 2nd. Brian Brown 3rd. Calvin Landis running 4th. Billy Alley. Excuse me, that's Brandon. It's Dusty Zomer for the 3rd time. Dusty Zomer in that 17G. He'll move by the 70 of Calvin Landis. Then it's Billy Alley, Davey Heskin, Don Drow Jr. Danny Lasoski working the traffic through 3 and 4. He'll go to the high side. Justin Henderson running in that 2nd spot, the D1 car. 3 lap cars and a front straightaway between 1st and 2nd. Brian Brown, the car number 21, running 3rd. He's starting to reel in Justin Henderson down the back straightaway. The race is going to be for the 2nd spot. Here comes Brian Brown. He'll drive right by him on the bottom of turn 4. Right up across the racetrack, Brian Brown now moves to the 2nd spot. Brian Brown up into 2nd, Justin Henderson 3rd. Dusty Zomer now running 4th. Billy Alley cracks the top 5. Calvin Landis running 6th in turn 2. Brian Brown trying to reel in Lasoski. Brian Brown has won this race the last 2 years. He's trying to make it a 3-peat. Lasoski up on the high side of the racetrack. Brian Brown as well. The lap car of Jake Peters and Bronson Mason between 1st and 2nd. Danny Lasoski on the bottom of turn 2, moves by Ricky Logan down the back straightaway. Brian Brown still running second with just 4 to go. Justin Henderson running third, Dusty Zomer fourth. Billy Alley rounds out your top 5 cars. 3 to go. Lasoski held up behind the lap car. Here comes Brian Brown. Now Lasoski gets by Brooke Tatnell and Tony Lutar in turn 4. Brownie still running second, but time's running out if he wants to strike for the lead. This time by, white flag is out, 1 to go. White flag a flying as Lasoski works off at turn 4. He'll see the white flag. He'll go to the inside of Lyndon Jeffrey. Dusty Zomer has caught the back of Justin Henderson in turn 2 here on the closing lap. But Lasoski sails around the high side looking for a feature win. Off of turn 4, checkered flag will be out, your winner, Danny Lasoski. Second will be Brian Brown. Third, Justin Henderson. Fourth, Dusty Zomer. And rounding out your top 5, Billy Alley.
Well, race fans, I'll tell you what, Danny Lasoski putting on a clinic and lap traffic tonight. A couple weeks ago at snake betting, he got over here against Brooke Tatnell turn 2, and I was wondering was going to bite you again or not because Brownie was coming hard.
Well, I'll tell you what, I got hung behind Ricky Logan and almost parked me for 3 laps there. I knew somebody was coming, so I kind of had to root him out the way, but, I didn't touch him or anything. After he got going, I don't know if anybody ran with me, but my car was pretty good for that.
That car looked real good. You got it down the back chute. You took the lead about 3-4 laps into the race. Talk about that pass.
I really don't remember when I got the lead. I just know that the race car was working top, bottom, in the middle. The Duncan guys have done a great job here. We're just tickled death it hasn't laid rubber and put on a show like this.
Next feature, 16 laps. Can you do it from the back?
I think we might need a caution or 2, but I think we can get her done.
All right, we'll see what happens there. Brian Brown will start back with him. And see what happens in the race. Just back up there.
Well, thanks, Mike, and congratulations to the dude. There you go. That's the last shot. Lasoski won the first feature event in 1996. He also won.
Get everybody right here.
1996. Back then, though, was win 20, win 16 here tonight.
Tony Schilling bringing him down to the white line, looking to lead the feature around to the stripe. Here we go. Justin Zimmerman outside of row 1. Doug Clark taking a long look. Green flag coming out. Here we go. Feature number 2. 4 wide back in the pack. Holy cow. Tony Schilling, Justin Zimmerman, Brooke Tatnell, then a battle for the 4th spot. Bronson Mason moves up to 4th. Mark Doppmeyer running 5th, Jake Peters 6th. Linton Jeffrey 7th, Tony Lutar in the 8th spot. Here comes Logan. Logan up on the high side. Davey Heskin on the move as well. Tony Schilling, the race leader, on the high side of 3 and 4. Justin Zimmerman running in that 2nd spot. Brooke Tatnell 3rd, Bronson Mason, Mark Doppmeyer, Linton Jeffrey, Jake Peters, Ricky Logan, Don Drow Jr., Dion Hindy. Skip Jackson, one of the cars from the back, starting to march his way toward the front, as is Lasoski and Brian Brown. Henderson up over the cushion in 3 and 4. He'll gather it back in. We stay green. Tony Schilling up on the top side of the racetrack, leading the way here with 11 to go. Justin Zimmerman running second, Brooke Tatnell running third. Mark Dobmeyer, then Bronson Mason. Here comes Mason, starting to reel in Mark Dobmeyer in 3 and 4. That'll be the battle for the 4th spot. Tony Schilling still the leader over in turn 2. Justin Zimmerman running second. Here he comes, starting to reel in your leader down the back straightaway. Justin Zimmerman starting to reel in Schilling off of turn 4. Brooke Tatnell still running in that 3rd spot. Mark Dobmeyer moves up into the 4th spot. Bronson Mason rounds out your top 5. Danny Lasoski now up into the 12th spot, going to work on 11th. Lasoski on the high side of turn 2, takes a look down the back straightaway. The next car to pass will be Tony Lutar. Justin Zimmerman takes the lead in turns 1 and 2. He'll move by Tony Schilling. Oh, yellow, the right rear tire. Oh, trouble in turn 4. He was going for the lead over in turn 4, and Schilling getting upside down and turned around in turn number 4. Slowly, the field working around the top side of 3 and 4 to the cone. Here we go. Green flag coming back out. Zimmerman blocked the bottom, a good move by him. Here comes Dobmeyer to challenge Tatnell. Brooke Tatnell holds on to second down the back chute. Now Bronson Mason and Jake Peters go to work, but Tatnell takes the lead in turn 4. Brooke Tatnell takes the lead off of turn 4. Justin Zimmerman, here comes Bronson Mason. He tried to go to the inside. Dobmeyer shut the door on him in turn 2. Big run down the back straightaway. Mason drives by Zimmerman for 3rd, taking a look at Dobmeyer for the 2nd spot. Side by side, oh, Jake Peters spinning in turn 4. We stay green. Look out, Skip Jackson. Danny Lasoski up into the 5th spot, but back up front. Brooke Tatnell will lead him off of turn 4. Mark Dobmeyer 2nd, Bronson Mason 3rd, Danny Lasoski running 4th. Don Drow Jr. running in the 5th spot. Zimmerman 6th, Logan 7th, Hindi 8th. Skip Jackson 9th, and Brian Brown now cracks the top 10. Brooke Tatnell, Mark Dobmeyer running in that 2nd spot. Dobmeyer is one to watch late in the race any night in that car number 13. Oh, Jake Peters into the back straightaway wall. Will he keep it going? He'll try to get to the bottom of the racetrack. Brooke Tatnell still leading down the back straightaway as Jake Peters heads pit side. Mark Dobmeyer running 2nd. Mason still holding on for 3rd. White flag, 1 to go. Lasoski running in the 4th spot. Don Drow Jr. rounds out your top 5. Here comes Mason and Lasoski going to work on one another in turn 2. Checkered flag will wave off of turn 4. Here comes your winner on the high side of the racetrack. Brooke Tatnell will go to victory lane in feature number 2. Mark Dobmeyer 2nd, and 3rd goes to Lasoski. Danny Lasoski comes from the tail to 3rd here in feature number 2.
Well, race fans, his crew thanks him. Brooke Tatnell taking a look around the backside of the car, checking the tires out. They're always working. When you do this for a living, you want to make sure everything is right. We'll get Brooke up here on top. It's been a rough year for Brooke Tatnell again with the missing a few weeks here at Knoxville Raceway, but Brooke, first of all, congratulations on the win.
Yeah, we screwed up a little bit in the first one. The hood flew up in front of us, so I mean we had to play a bit of cat and mouse. We just had to stay out there and keep the car running so we could start a little bit further up front in the last one. The last one the car felt really good, and guys got to go away in front of us a little bit, but I knew I had to run him down because Brooke said to me he's won more feature races in one night here than I've won in my career, so I had to sort of get one back and just stick it up him a little bit.
And Brooke, you've driven for before, so kind of a little bittersweet here if you will, but talk about the restart. That's what got it for you. Some people call it the slide all the west, and it worked out well for you guys.
Yeah, I really wasn't expecting him. All that kept on going through my mind was the Nationals qualifying night last year when I drove to the top and Shepard drove underneath me, so I was planning on going to the bottom, but you know, car in front went right through the middle and it sort of screwed me up, but we had a good head of steam going down the back straightaway, and that's what got it done.
As far as missing the last few weeks, momentum back on your side, hopefully this helps you anyway.
Yeah, I guess the biggest thing is we've raced in one or two races before in our life, so you learn to have the good and the bad. So we got a little bit to go. We're still struggling with this motor a little bit, trying to get it back up to speed, but we'll get there. And as I say, for the Flame Crusher team here and you know, TLC, I'm just really proud of these guys, and you know, very honoured to be up here for the Wells Fargo night.
Congratulations.
Thanks, buddy.
Brooke Tatnell, the second feature win here on Wells Fargo tonight. Again, we're trying to win right next year. Start that next Friday night. Just certainly might not take a look at that. We'll let it
Hold that smile. Huh?
10, 11, 2, 21, 7K.
We'll do it without him.
4X, D1, 56, 12, 01, 70, 17. Well, folks, thank you so much for coming out tonight. A great night of racing, a great crowd here on the 4th of July weekend. Wells Fargo Twin Features night. Again, a fair kicking off on the 11th.
Hey, guys.
Saturday night for High D night with the Knoxville Championship comes carrying 410s and 360s. For Mike Roberts, Justin Knox, I'm Tony Bacco saying good night. We'll see you back here next week.